Today, I'm driving a Kia. Now wait, don't tune out just yet, because I'm about to tell you why this may be the best luxury car bargain since the dawn of time. I'm Miles Branman, this is FL Detours. Let's get comfortable, shall we?
Charles, where are the Grey Poupon reserves? We're fresh out back here.
So the Kia K900, where should we begin? How about the way it looks? I'm actually a fan. I think the styling is unique, it's distinct. It does catch attention, and not in a bad way. Yes, you wouldn't confuse this for one of the German rivals like the Mercedes S-Class or BMW 7 Series, but that's not wholly a bad thing, because you can tell it's premium. You can tell it's unique. There are things like the Porsche Panamera-esque quad headlights at each end. Yes, they're not completely Kia specific, but they're a nice quality feature. And the grille looks premium. It's not some confusing Chinese carbon copy creation in terms of the shape and everything. This is actually something wholly its own. And that actually gets even better when you come and sit in the interior. There's this leather everywhere, two-tone black and white interior experience to greet you. And when I mean there's leather everywhere, I mean that. Every piece that you'd possibly ever want to touch is wrapped in leather, except for the Alcantara headliner. If you saw the Jaguar XF-RS review, I was a big fan of the Alcantara headliner. And here we are, in a car that's $40,000 cheaper, Alcantara headliner. Kind of cool. And yes, some of the features look like they were ripped right off of a German competitor. Yes, the BMW-esque gear selector or the Mercedes-style seat position adjuster. These kind of things look like they were copied, but that's okay, because people looking to buy a luxury cruiser like this are kind of starting to expect those sort of features. Here you go. Do we have heated and cooled front seats? Yes. Do we have heated and cooled rear seats? Yes. Do we have adaptive cruise control? Yes. Blind spot monitoring? Adaptive headlights? Yes. Heads-up display? Got it. LCD speedo and tach? Yes. 9+ inch navigation entertainment thing? Got it. Panoramic sunroof? Got that. Reclining rear seats? Yes. Here's some fun ones. Surround view camera monitoring system for parking? Got that. Heated steering wheel? Ventilated, whatever you want to call it, Napa leather seating? We have that too. Again, these are all features in a $65,000 car, standard. You check one option thing for VIP package, you get everything. Some of those features you can't even get if you check all the boxes in your German premium sedan. You can't get them. You have it here, standard. Pretty good. Moving on to performance. There is 420 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque at your disposal. So basically you're not losing anything when it comes to cross-shopping this between the Japanese and German premium sedans. There are also 3 driving modes. There is normal, eco, hold for a second while I laugh because he gets 15 miles per gallon city, and sport. What happens in sport? The steering gets a little more weight to it, the throttle responds a little differently. No, the suspension doesn't change, but who cares? In its standard settings, the car actually feels pretty responsive and doesn't allow for too much body roll while still being comfortable. So the suspension doesn't need to change, that's okay. I actually kind of like that there are only 3 settings, by the way, because this isn't one of those, oh, I want my steering to respond differently from how my throttle responds to how different my dampers are working to how far my thumb is up my ass kind of moments. No, there are 3 settings. That's what you get. That's all you need. Kia, you keep doing you because you're doing it right. The performance is there. It's nice. And when you punch it, it has some velocity. Definitely enough to get you in trouble if you're not paying attention. General driving impressions are pretty solid, but this isn't going to be your ultimate driving machine when it comes to cruising around a B road or something like that, but it does inspire a bit of confidence. The steering is responsive, the throttle response is there, the brake pedal feel is good, if not a little bit squishy if you're pushing it. But above all that, there's just a layer above all that of pure comfort. You could cruise for hours in this thing and it would not be taxing in the slightest. It's a very, very pleasant place to be. Some other fun features include Bluetooth audio, adjustable headrests, soft touch doors. If you don't know what those are, cut to the B-roll. The turning radius is remarkably good. It's like eerily good in a car this big. It should not be this good. There are more places to plug in through USB or 12 volt than 10 cars combined. So we have to address the cons, of course, but there are few of them, very few in fact. The first, small detail, but the side vents, the non-functional side vents, they look a little tacky and they don't at all add to its visual appeal. It would actually look quite a bit better. The character lines would be more defined if you remove those side vents. So Kia, take note of that. The steering responsiveness, it's not bad, but I would say there's about a half-second delay for any sharp movements of the wheel, which, if you're not paying attention, could get you into trouble. So if that was hastened up a bit, this fly-by-wire system, drive-by-wire system can be improved, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. This is leaps and bounds better than where they were 10 years ago. So improvements there. Finally, if they could just do something about the fact that there's a Kia badge on the front and rear of the car. Oh, terrible. No, I'm serious. If those are issues for you, that's a personal problem. That is not a car manufacturer problem. Get over yourself. It's a Kia. It also happens to be one of the finest automobiles you can buy. Bottom line, incredible comfort, good looks, plenty of go fast, and an insultingly good bargain. You better have a good excuse for going for something like Mercedes, BMW, Lexus, Audi, more than just badge snobbery. It's just like the SRT Hellcat twins. 707 horsepower for 60 grand. That's supercar kind of power for, I don't know, BMW M4 kind of money. Here, same kind of deal. Elite level luxury for entry, mid-size BMW kind of money. Use your brain, not your pride. Different from how the dampers are working. I don't like how I said that too. That's supercar kind of power for not that much kind of money. Not that much kind of money? What the hell does that mean? So they can offer it for, I'm going off on a rant now. Plenty of go fast. That's not what I wanted to say. And you better accept it. Crap, what's the rest of it?
Charles, my bum is too cold. Charles, my bum is too hot. Charles! Charles!